So that battle has been a roll this season, getting verdict after verdict wrong, with it all starting with Omni-man versus Bardock. Now I've seen many debunks around the community, but none has ever been entirely fair towards the Viltrumites. So I thought that I would address this myself and give you the reason as to why this battle is much closer than you think and can go either way. Given I covered Omni-man on several occasions on this channel, I will start off with the Bardock portion. When it comes to Goku's dad, we know for a fact that Bardock's strength is on the same level as that of King Vegeta's, with the king showcasing his power by flicking away not one but 3 planets in one go, a feat that has been calculated to large planet levels of strength. And given this is something done very casually, it is safe to say that both King Vegeta and Bardock could easily be upscaled past set levels to upwards of multiplanetary, and would be reaching those doorstop levels of power in their Osaru forms. And for those who live under a rock and don't know what a Osaru is, it's a giant monkey form Saiyans have that multiplies their power by 10 times. Now as for Bardock's speed, we can use the fact that Goku around a power level of 100 could already dodge lasers. We can then upscale this, given power levels do reflect an increase in both speed and strength, making Bardock at a bare minimum 100 times faster than a relativistic Goku. We also have to keep in mind, power levels are not completely linear, meaning it could as well be potentially thousands of times faster than that. Now as for Omni-man, we know his strength is not dependent on the famous feat that literally everyone uses. Reason being, we know for a fact that our cast, similarly to Saiyans, get much stronger throughout the Invincible series. In the case of Omni-man, from barely making a Viltrum War track flinch to actually hurting a post-battle beast and Ragnar training much stronger track. We also know that Viltrumites skill above other so-called planet and life wipers, based on feats performed by beings clearly below Omni-man's level, placing Nolan and the other top tiers solidly on those planetary levels. As for his speed, we know Nolan can move at billions of times the speed of light, given his famous feat of going from Earth all the way to the Virgo system in less than 2 weeks. There is also the fact that Viltrumites can surpass superluminal ships in space, putting them comfortably on those billions of times the speed of light once more. Okay, so from what we discussed so far, I think it's safe to say that Bardock takes the strength category, while Nolan takes the speed one. So the question is, who do I think wins? I've been seeing a lot of the splatter effect quote-unquote arguments to say Invincible speed gap wouldn't really make a difference, but these same people tend to forget that in Dragon Ball, having superior speed can allow you to catch an opponent while his guard is down. Set examples for this would be like when Mires caught both Goku and Vegeta, who at the time are probably billions to trillions of times more powerful than Bardock could ever be, and took both of them down with what looked to be a taser-like weapon. Another example is the infamous instance of Goku getting caught by surprise by a laser to his heart, with both of these instances proving that if a Saiyan is caught off guard, they can sustain heavy damage from things that normally wouldn't affect them. Now, what do I think is more likely to happen? Omni-man breaking his hands on impact with Bardock, or Bardock getting killed by a surprise attack from Omni-man? In all honesty, neither. I think it will go down very similar to what happened when Red Rush was fighting Omni-man, with this time Omni-man being on Red Rush's shoes. I believe Omni-man will prove troublesome for Bardock to land a clean hit on. Nolan could potentially outlast Bardock, attacking and evading until he runs out of his ki, creating the perfect opening for him to finish him off. This would be a sound strategy Omni-man could use, a very possible one, and I do emphasize on possible, because all Bardock would really need to win is one solid hit, followed by a planet eradicating beam, and it'd be lights out for Omni-man. So yeah, like I said, this fight is a lot closer than most people think, and there are ways to argue for Omni-man's victory even when Bardock still possesses the clear raw power advantage. So thanks to all those who made it this far into the video, and hope to see you all next on the next video on the Fictional Matrix. God bless you all.